I'm Miguel Loyola Pardo, also known as Bad Mike. I'm from Argentina. I'm a graphic designer, very fan of comics. Yes, you're right. My favorite hero is Batman. Yeah. I love movies and music as well. Since 2015, I have been a cosplayer, and artist activity has given me many satisfactions, not only in the particular, like win the DC fandom cosplay contest, but the greatest satisfaction that the cosplay has given to me was being able to help people, visit children to hospital, and solidarity events. And of course, very fan of ZACK. ZACK, I love you. You're the man. You inspire me. You inspire me. Thank you. First of all, I want to thanks to the Nerds Queen, Nana, Cole, and Meg for this opportunity to the fans to show our art to the world. Thank you, girls. Today I bring you a workshop that I call Making the BVS Spear of Kryptonite. Yeah, the BVS weapon of Batman to kill, farmer. Explaining in a summarized way, step by step, how I assembled this iconic weapon of Batman. Materials, resources, and procedures. Let's start it. What do you think, Lord Darkseid? Yeah, all existence shall be mine. Yeah. The first thing I did was look for the reference images of the lens and more precise ideas of its physiognomy and approximate size. Then I drew in a very schematic way. Please don't laugh at my very schematic drawing. One very important thing that I had to take into account when I'm making it was the fact that it could be transported in a suitcase. Therefore, it had to have a way of dividing it into parts. So it occurred to me that a good way to do it would be to use PVC pipes for water pipes and join certain points with onion threads. For the assembly of the weapon, I thought to combine different materials, which were 3 pieces made in 3D printing, which are the Kryptonite stone, the upper support, and the lower support. For most of the body of the weapon, it is pipe PVC with threaded knots to be able to disassemble it. I also used EVA foam for the details and epoxy putty. Green LED lights for the Kryptonite stone, and paint. The weapon has an estimated measurement of 170 centimeters. Therefore, I presented the printed part of a table and schematically drew the parts of the body of the lens to obtain the most precise measurements and to know where the cuts would be to divide the parts. Then I started working with the PVC pieces to cut them, make the threads. Once all the PVC parts were made, I assembled them with the 3D printed parts and put everything back on the table. It's time to start embellishing the spear and try to emulate each part according to the original design. In the original design, the spear has along its body a series of knots, which I have made with threads and which we will hide with epoxy putty, EVA foam, and sanding them. In a pair of these knots are the removable parts. As can be seen from the design of a spear, the body of a spear has a series of grooves along the entire length of the spear except where it is gripped. We will make these grooves by placing a strip of EVA foam and seen in the photo separated, in the style of those seen in the 3D printed part. Precisely to that 3D printed piece that is the base of the spear, we add the stinger that leads to the end with a small rod of fiber carbon. Once finished with all the strips that form the grooved body of the spear and assembled all the parts, we proceed to make the primer with the primer paint to later give it the first coat of silver paint. Once the primer paint is dry, it's given a couple of coats of silver paint in this case, to simulate the steel from which the spear is made. Once dry and before going to the details, we do a first size test. Here, poison like a bad meal, about a ZACK. Yeah, I'm a clown. For the details of the lens, I use the classic technique of staining or weathering with black acrylic and water, and using a brush depending the darkness in the hollows and crevices of the piece and the clearest in the protruding parts, to give depth and volume to the part, and thus further intensifies its metallic appearance. Here we can see how the spear is no longer flat as when we gave it the first two layers of the metallic paint. Here it looks voluminous and with more realism. Ready most of the spear and its entire body and support, we are going to move onto the fundamental piece of this weapon, the rock of kryptonite. As I mentioned at the beginning, this piece is one of those that I printed in 3D. It is printed with a translucent material. Unfortunately, I did not get an emerald green color, but there is no problem. I did it with a white translucent and I got green translucent paint, which is used to make stained glass pieces in glass. The body of this piece is hollow to be able to put inside green LED lights and give the classic radiation effect of kryptonite. Luminosity test in the dark. Let's see. Perfect. Any son of Krypton will feel terror when seeing this. Yeah. Look at that mad Bruce Wayne look. He's angry. When finally put the Kryptonite rock on the tip of the spear and it is almost finished, we do a new light test with everything already assembled. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? And as a final but no less important detail, we disassemble the spear to test if it can really fit in the suitcase from transport, especially if one travels by plane. Perfect! It fits like a glove. Now, yes, photographic test with the spear and bats. You ready? You get it. Well friends, it's done. I hope you liked this workshop. I enjoyed a lot to do it for you. If you want more information or some more detailed information about the spear, don't hesitate to contact me in my social medias. I sent you a big greeting from Argentina. Thank you again, Justice Gone. Thank you, the Nerd Queens. And thank you, ZACK. You're the man. Love you. Peace. Bad Mike.